Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah from Funky Fossil here, and I thought I'd pop in with a bit of an unusual video for me, but I wanted to do a flick through of this small A6 journal that I finished over the course of the summer. So this has been really about kind of mindful art, working with kind of a limited palette of indigos and blues and maybe a touch of gold here and there, practicing my hand stitching, a bit of watercolour, and I'm really pleased with how it's turned out, so I thought I'd just give you a quick walk through. Now this journal is a lamali journal, and they're sold by Art Inspirations here in the UK. I'll put a link in the description box below, and they're absolutely beautiful because they're kind of made with a cotton rag paper, which is great for kind of working with lots of textures, with a bit of stitching. It's a very forgiving kind of fabric-like paper, and it's quite soft as well, so it really kind of bulks up nicely. This one in particular also had kind of this indigo kind of dye all around the edges of the pages, and I absolutely love it. So let's get started and have a quick flick through. So to seal my journal, I literally just punched holes in the front and back and used some sari ribbon as my ties. I sketched a just kind of leafy design on the front and hand stitched that with white embroidery floss, and I just love how that looks against the deep indigo of the cover. And lots of these pages are super simple and we're just about being kind of enjoying a bit of making time. Some watercolour here. I've done these hearts with, I think, with blue acrylic. So I was just trying out different mediums, doing some kind of basic pattern making, just to see how things looked on this paper. I've got some paper circles here that are stitched on in a kind of basic collage. I love the texture of that wrinkled up paper. Another bit of watercolour here, just tessellating some shapes to create a kind of a free-form pattern. I've been doing lots of hand stitching, slow stitching recently, so this is one where I kind of watercoloured onto the page and then I just picked out different details with some stitch patterns. And again, similarly here, I've watercoloured the lines on here and then used that as a guide for doing different stitches on the design. It's really lovely. It's so tactile. Basic again, back to basic watercolouring, really simple. Some pages I could go in and work a bit more, but I'm happy with where it is for now. A little bit of collage using our Matisse collection here. One of our new stencils, the sea urchins, again just with acrylic paint on the paper. I've done nothing more. I could add some splatters, I could add some stitching, but I love how that looks as it is. Another simple bit of watercolour here. You can see how I've worked with a very limited palette and it makes the kind of whole book look quite cohesive, I think. It's quite kind of soothing to look through. Got a really simple collage here. A bit of texture paste in the middle there on a stencil and blues and golds. That worked out really well. I did some gold kind of leaf type shapes here and just added stitch details. I'm using a kind of, on some of the stitching, some sashiko thread, so it's got a natural variation in the thread. You should see I've got, so you can see when you're stitching you get different colours coming through. This page worked really nicely. I just heat embossed onto some vellum and then just stitched that at the top over some collage and put a bit of a fabric tag just on the side there. I had a bit of an experiment with kind of creating windows in my pages, so put some tissue paper through two pieces of the journal to create that little window with some stitching and collage around it, and then you can see through to this page which has more collage on, lots of gel printing pieces being used in this journal. Then we get onto kind of some sea themed pages, seed beads, collage, inks, just some very basic but really lovely simple little scenes here. Did a fabric collage with different types of textured fabrics. This is paper in the background, and then a little bit of stitching to finish it off. Another sea themed page with fabrics and papers laid up to create that kind of look of sea, and a bit of texture paste on the fish. So it's a really tactile little book, this, for me to go back and look at and see the different techniques. And again, another little sea page here. One of the clusters that we made in a recent Make It Sunday video, where we were doing the little clusters with the sea themed elements, which you can then add to your journal pages. And there's a bit of Stella paste in the background. And that's my book. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed having that little flip through. It's been a really fun one to do, because whenever I've been at a loose end, I wanted to just do something creative that's fairly quick, or spend a bit of time in the evening stitching. Having something the size of an A6 journal has just really worked beautifully for me this summer, and it's helped me just experiment with a few techniques. And that limited colour palette's meant I haven't had to think too hard every time I move on to a new page. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it'd be great if you like and subscribe to my channel, because there are lots of videos where we do these kind of techniques to create journal pages and other crafty makes. So I shall see you again very soon. In the meantime, bye for now.